everybody, and welcome back to Char Grad School. Episode 1, 2, and 3, a recap. I talked about why graduate school and narrowing down your top 5. 2, prepping for the GRE and study tips and tools that I had to do well. 3rd, ways to pay for graduate school, so the 4 ways, so go back and watch that. Again, with any of those videos, if you have any questions, any follow-up comments, ideas, please send them my way. But today is all about preparing for the application, and that includes lots of writing, lots of editing, and really getting yourself ready to talk about yourself, because it's kind of hard to brag on yourself. But if you have an idea of why you want to go into the program, when was that moment you said, this is the career for me, and how did you practice that? How did you start propelling yourself towards that area? That's going to be really beneficial to define early on when you begin writing your essay. So I have it written down, so bear with me as I look down. But the primary goal is for you to start thinking about and start brainstorming your personal statement process, because in addition to your GRE score, which is the #1 application killer as far as the scores for your program, it's also good to have a clean application free of errors, and that includes your writing. So if you know somebody that can proof for English and grammar, please do that. If you know AP Style, that's great. There's a AP Style book online on how to write, and there's plenty of videos on how to prepare you for the writing aspect. But what I'm going to give you today is ways to start thinking about that process. So how do you write this narrative about why you want to go into school? And this will help your application stand out, because you'll be telling a story, and it will encompass all the parts they ask for previous research, where you want to study, what are your career goals. So putting it in the aspect of a story will make it more interesting. It will help you as a thought process narrow it down and start seeing how you are connected to that industry, and then the same goes for the program you want to go into. So again, what is your motivation? Define that early on. Pick one point in your life where you said, this is the career for me. Was it a program in high school that continued it on? Was it research in college? What was those moments, that timeline? You create that timeline that helps you figure out what was that moment for me that helped me figure out this is my passion and this is the career I want to go into. So again, in that same personal statement essay, you're going to discuss your goals and how you plan to use them in the future. Why are you interested in this particular area? What is your motivation? Why are you continuing on for higher education? What is your reason? Because again, if you don't have a reason, you don't need to be there. And if you don't have a purpose for your research or for your area, why are you in that field? So define that early on and put that early on in your essay. So again, start developing a well thought out research topic. So if you know you want to study, for me, it's the minority communities and television, the framing of minorities on television. So for me, for my personal statement, I put that in there right early on. I said, this is what I want to study, and these are the professors that I would like to research with, because they are working in X, Y, and Z, and they tailor to my research area. So also add in professors you think that might be good for aiding your research down the line. So that'll show the person reading your application that they've done their research and they know professors here that can help them. And so they've already figured it out as far as thinking ahead, being innovative, and being proactive when it comes to preparing for that research aspect of your degree. So in addition to all of that, you basically want to ask and answer, what do you want to work on after you get your degree? And that includes what you work on, what your research will be while you're there. So brag on your research experience, brag on anything you had that can show them that you're able to do the quality of master's work or PhD work. So talk about why you want to go into a program, what do you hope to get out of it, what faculty members you plan to work with, and how they will be beneficial for your project or your research thesis. And again, start drafting that. So what experiences in your undergrad has interested you in grad school in the first place? So start thinking about that, start writing it down, and start drafting that narrative. So pinpoint one point in your career that you said, this was the defining moment for me, that I said, I have to do this. And then from that point, so pick that point, and then you frame your essay around that. So pick it and then go from there, because that will help you extrapolate and expand upon your reasons why. And it's more creative, it's more fun to read, And it's the truth. In all honesty, it's the real reason why you want to be there, because that moment was the reason why you're going into that specific area, you're going into that industry, and you're wanting to create change, you're wanting to help others. Okay, so what you just saw was your homework. What is your motivation for going to grad school? Start writing out your timeline of events that lead you to that moment, that lead you to that career. But also start thinking about how that institution can add to you. Like, what can they get from having you as a student? And why the institution? Because there are so many schools you can go to for whatever program you want to go into. But you want to show them that they are the prime one. They are the number one reason why you want to go into X, Y, and Z field, because they are the best at this, or they are top at this. And you want to brag on yourself, but you also want to brag on them. So be sure to incorporate that as well into your writing aspect. And just, again, free write it out. Find somebody to proof it for you. Proof it several times, because again, it won't be perfect, but you want it to be the best quality, and you want it to be free of errors, because again, you don't want any problems when it comes to the application process. Also note for applications that there will be a fee. So taking heed of the waivers that I put out, they will be in the description box somewhere, and just understand that you will have to pay something to get something. So be mindful of that. But there are waivers available for you if you need it. And again, I want to keep going for you. I want this to be a resource for you. So if you have any questions that I can answer, if you have any ideas, please send them to me, because I'm here for you. I'm doing this for you. So the next video, I'll talk about, now that I'm in the program, how do I manage my self-care? How do I stay zen? How do I stay balanced? How do I stay prayed up? Because it is a lot. And I'm going to say that across any discipline, whether you're master's or PhD student, like, it's going to be tough. And I'm going to show you my ways. I'm going to be real vulnerable, because I write a journal, and I'm going to read you some of my entries, and I'm going to tell you the ways in which I stay sane. And so it's going to be honest, and I just want this to be a resource for you. So I'm opening myself up, but I want you to open up to me and let me know what's important to you, so that I can help you and I can continue to be a resource for you. So I thank you for supporting me, and I love you, and I'll catch you next video. Bye.